The upcoming Avatar The Last Airbender movie that was supposed to air on October this same year has been leaked and fully uploaded online already for everyone to see. And my god, is it bad? This whole thing is a virtue signaling the movie. We, for a long time, have known that the people in charge of making the Avatar stuff are extreme liberal activists at the bare minimum. And this movie, granted, I have not seen the full thing, but from every clip that we have seen, that all have been taken down, by the way, because this is the real leaks. And by the way, rumor has it that this thing got hacked 6 months before this, by the way, which would check out because if you follow Avatar things, and I, by the way, do, roughly 6 months ago, we had news about what the movie would look like, and the things that these leaks got right were, by the way, the plot, the main characters, the other main character, which you can literally see right here, by the way, and whatnot. All of that was confirmed. The names, the everything that happens, which is kind of wild, by the way. And by the way, how incredibly uncreative this movie is because it's made by a bunch of Zoomers with Zoomer humor at the best of times. Well, they're literally completely hashing and reusing Aang's origin in, being frozen a block of ice. There's literally another air nomad, an ancient one, who was also frozen in a block of ice. And I can't show you any of this stuff, but this whole thing trending was massive. This post, before it got copyright struck, got almost 26 million views. And one of the most popular responses to this was the fact that someone replied to this and said, they made Tot non-gay canonically? And because you need to understand, the whole Avatar franchise has been taken over by the 41%ers to an extreme limit, okay? Every character in their minds has been turned some form of a gay, trans, or bi, even though canonically, literally none of them were. One of the biggest complaints currently going around is, by the way, the fact that Aang used Katara as a breeding device to repopulate the airbenders. Yes, that is an unironic thing that we are talking about here, okay? That's one of their complaints. And they call it Avatar Talk because it's Avatar TikTok stuff. The shipping is insane. These people are also absolutely mad that things the Toph is not shipped with either Zuko or well, pretty much anyone else because all of them need to be shipped together. But also they're mad because Toph is now canonically not. Toph had children, you sick freaks. She literally had multiple children with multiple men. She has never even been portrayed even close to some kind of flag, by the way. There's a part in the original that she dolls herself up for a dude, in fact. Zuko, these people also think that Zuko should be gay, which, by the way, again, not only are the people talking about this insane, but all of the things that we did see before they got taken down is peak Zoomer humor. I mean, we're literally talking about them finding a dude and instantaneously being, would you be gay for him? And then Zuko says yes. This is the level that we're talking about. We're talking about gooning and literal Zoomer humor. And the whole movie potentially is like that. So it's a complete dumpster fire. It's garbage. It's unwatchable shit, potentially. Now, I don't know if the whole movie is like this. I don't know if you can actually download the full movie anywhere or whatever. I personally would not try. You're probably getting a virus, by the way. So I would not even try to look for it. Because people are already faking that because they smell the easy opportunity of getting a hold of someone's data. But in any case, it looks really bad because the small tidbits that we saw before taken down all were peak Zoomer humor. Like, someone gets turned old, someone gets turned young, and then they have these spastic things. The spirits are completely humanized in the way that they act and do things. One of the best things about the Avatar franchise, in my opinion, was always the fact that the spirits were inhumane. They were understandable, but they did not ever act like basic humans. They were still like wild animals in a sense. And here you have these spirits that are just like not embodiments of nature or anything like that. They're like these fucking. They act like 5-year-olds. They speak like it, they act like it, and whatnot. That was one of the clips that was going down. The other one was where Zuko says, "Oh yeah, this guy's hot, obviously," and it's just some gooning stuff. I don't know if the whole movie is like that, but needless to say, I mean, it's hard to imagine that a modern day thing with Avatar, especially considering how absolutely activist their fan base is. Keep in mind, remember the legend of Korra actually ended up with Asami and Korra kissing? Yeah, that. That's non-canon because the animators literally decided to slip that in, even though that would potentially cost them their jobs. They did it at the last minute so they can be activists. I mean, we're talking about this kind of people that have historically worked on the Avatar franchise. The Avatar franchise has been 100% completely co opted by activists at this point. Again, every conversation, and by the way, I'm not gonna search Avatar here because man, you get a lot of you get a lot of that blue one getting, colonized, if you know what I mean. I don't know why, but that's what you get when you search Avatar. And I swear that's not my algorithm, okay? I swear. I can search anything else and it's normal stuff, but when I write in Avatar, it's actually just corn. It is literally just corn for some reason. I don't know why. It's just for Avatar. Everything else is more or less safe. Well, actually, Marathon also had that issue, but that was only for a moment that you got a little bit of. But it wasn't that bad, okay? This one on Twitter is horrible. I don't know why. So I'm not gonna search it, but you get a lot of these activists, these flag weirdos, talking about how, oh my god, this character was always queer coded and blah 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 blah. Please don't let it be woke. Please don't let it be woke. It's gonna be woke. There is pretty much absolutely no chance in hell that this movie is not gonna be like easily one of the most woke fucking things ever. Oh boy, yeah, it's gonna be really bad. Now, granted, it's still a part of the Avatar franchise, so I am really fucking interested in it. I want to see how bad it is at the bare minimum. The live adaptation of Avatar, if you watched my review of it, it wasn't actually that bad. It did change a lot. It is definitely worse than the original. It changed a lot, but it was Avatar enough. The same way that I felt that Korra was Avatar enough and wasn't necessarily the worst thing ever. Amon was a type of villain. Kuvira was but a little bit better. Zahid was a great villain, honestly. Fucking go team Zahid. No, but it's Zahid, I think it was. Whatever, you get the point. Anyway, there is no way that this movie is going to be a success. It's going to be super woke. If it's not, I will delete this video, okay? There's no way. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.